out of and do the home visit with him? Nicole grinned at the surprised expression he tried to hide. You don't even want to barter me on salary? Mitch frowned, leaning forward. Who the fuck are you? Back in the day, Nicole would have definitely done that, but she didn't need a lot now, and she knew the agency wasn't the best funded in the government. What I left at is fine for pay. Seriously, who the fuck are you? Mitch's frown deepened. Ignoring his sarcastic question, Nicole stood. What's the kid's name? Ben. Mitch also stood. But that's a bad situation. Maybe you should start out slow until you're comfortable. Who the fuck are you? She threw back. You've never worried about sending me out to bad situations before. And that Callahan was before you married a huge son of a bitch who likes to take people's heads off. Mitch walked around his desk and out of the room. Bite me, Mitch. Nicole snorted as she followed him. Bad situations don't scare me. I'm a vampire now, or did you forget? Mitch slowed, turning to look at her over his shoulder. How could I forget with you flashing them damn fangs at me since you got here? Just reminding you I bite, Nicole teased, following him into a small conference room. Mitch pulled out a gun from his waistband and waved it toward her. Just reminding you I only use silver bullets. Damn, she had missed this. Shaking her head, Nicole glanced at the guy, Ben, who was frantically poring over the file he had been clutching like a lifeline earlier. Ben, this is Nicole. Mitch's booming voice made the guy jump. Yeah, he was going to have to find his balls if he was going to make it. She's going on your home visit with you. Oh, Ben stammered, pushing his glasses up his nose and looking from Mitch to Nicole. It's a pretty rough part of town, and the family doesn't really like... Nicole reached across the table, snatching the file out of his hand. I think I can handle it, she replied with a flash of her fangs. Thumbing through the information, Nicole's stomach tightened painfully. Okay, this was part of the job she didn't miss. Quickly scanning the notes, she discovered the family had multiple infractions, and yet still had the child in their care. Why is... Nicole looked for the name of the child. Carly still with this family? Because there's nowhere else to place her, and I haven't been able to prove any wrongdoing. Ben pointed toward the file. Those are just observations I've made, red flags. Have you seen this? Nicole glanced at Mitch, who nodded. It's a different world, Nicole. Mitch's voice wasn't the normal booming in-your-face tone. It was more tired and weary, something Nicole wasn't used to. I haven't been gone that long. She glanced back at the file with a frown. And believe me, I know how much things have changed and are going to change. Why do you think I'm back? Fuck if I know, Mitch replied with a frown. Been wondering that since you walked in my office. Ignoring Mitch, she shut the file and looked toward Ben. You ready? He stared at her for a few minutes, confused, then jumped up. Yes, ma'am. It's Nicole or hey you. Nicole grimaced, then shot Mitch a dirty glare at his chuckle. Call me ma'am again and I'll eat you. She snapped her fangs at him. His skin went pale as his eyes widened. Yes, you. Ben almost slipped, then stuttered, correcting himself. Nicole led them out of the conference room and went across the hall to her office. What are you doing? Mitch grouched. Grabbing something out of my office. Nicole snatched her bag off her desk, then turned to face Mitch and Ben, who was looking back and forth between them as if watching a tennis match. Man, this kid had a lot to learn. You got a problem with that? Would it matter if I did? Mitch's usual sneer was back. Nicole acted like she thought about it, then grinned. Nope, not at all. Watch your ass, Callahan, Mitch called over his shoulder as he headed back toward his own office. I don't want to explain how you got your ass capped at Damon. I like my head exactly where it is. She held back her grin. She was back and it felt damn good. Chapter 2. Snorting, Nicole rolled her eyes, then noticed the color that had been coming back into Ben's face begin to quickly fade. Damon is really a sweet guy. She almost kept a straight face when saying this, but couldn't help smirking at her own little lie. Well, not exactly a lie. He was sweet to her, but to others, yeah, not so much. Okay, Ben replied, then nervously glanced at his phone. I guess we better get going. I can drive. Nicole frowned. I thought this was an unscheduled visit. One thing Nicole had learned during her time working with children's services and the VC Warriors was to read people. She did that pretty well, and either this guy was what the Warriors would call a pussy, or he was up to something. Her gut was going with up to something. It is, he answered quickly, almost too quickly. Traffic is bad this time of day.